We have weekly closes across the board. Crypto does look very, very promising here. We're going to cover some of the macro charts, including Bitcoin, the dollar index, some of the total market caps. We are going to be checking out some of the Binance altcoins I've been buying. Now, I share them as soon as I get them filled in my Telegram channel. Do check out the links in the description. Go ahead and sign up to Binance. This is the exchange that I've been trading on this cycle and the previous cycle before that. Check out Patreon, and you need to know how this system works that I'm using. You can check out the granny style of investing here. This also gets you access to the coins that I'm buying as I buy them, and not when it is a little bit too late, as we'll see that some of these coins now have already started taking off again. Go ahead and get the ledger as well, as it's a Cyber Monday, and most of these good discounts will be over in the next few days. So with that being said, we have Bitcoin on the chart here. We had a weekly close, and I still have this F flag on the chart here. These aren't bearish candles. In fact, these are doji candles, and when the body is at the top of the candle, it is quite bullish with long tails, showing that buyers are stepping in here to defend this price. Now, we are quite high on the RSI. The last time we were this high, got this high, was all the way back here in 2013 in the top area here. But we had bearish divergences here with the price going higher and the indicators going lower. Or you could just see that the momentum was slowing down here. We're only peaking up above now for the first time really, so I can't get too bearish here. I would expect that these higher fib levels get hit first, because we've closed candles and confirmed this 38.2, which is one of the first fib levels, which would act as resistance, but now finding support above these levels. So I think max pain would probably be if we head all the way to the 61.8 in the next few weeks, probably before the halvening or the ETF news happens. Generally, Bitcoin tends to sell off before the halvening happens. We can see this happen in previous cycles. The halvening coming in this area. Maybe I should put on the indicators. Yeah, so the third halvening just coming after the Black Swan event and the virus dump over here. Then the second halvening, which happened in 2016. We have a peak and a slight sell-off before that. We also have the ETF that's most probably going to be announced early next year. So there's another buy this rumor sell the news event. Let's just remove the halvenings. If we look at the timing analysis on this chart, these lines are simply the end of the year. So we have the market bottoming in 2018 in December, a month before the next market happens. We have the same here in 21st November, 2 months after the market bottomed, 2 months before year end. So quite the same, quite similar. We then have pretty much a year of accumulation this year here, ending in December of 2019. This is practically where we are at right now, right? We're getting into the end of the month, the end of this first cycle. Although we really didn't do much in this first year, it was just an accumulation phase and people got their positions. The year after that, we get the dump. The year after the accumulation phase, we get the dump. So maybe that happens again with the year end and then a retracement to cheaper prices. Hopefully we can go a little bit higher here so we can come down and find support on these previous breakout levels, which is this area over here, the 30K area. It would be of the utmost importance that we do not see the price sell off below these 25K areas. We would like these areas to hold. But worst case scenario, if we go really high here, we can come down really low. So we need a nice and steady base to build. This is fine for now, although all of these indicators are quite overextended, and even on the daily we have bearish divergences as the price is going higher. We're still in this flag. Most likely see the bottom of the flag get tested, and if it does not break up, we should look for higher prices to the upside. This 50% level has not been hit, so we're in the weaker area of the market, and as soon as we get above the 50%, there would be strength in the market. So with BTC out of the way and a little bit of a time analysis of what we can expect in the next few months, it's not going to be very exciting, except if we get really blow off prices to the upside. I would prefer a nice and steady run to the upside, a buy the rumor, sell the news event, a retest on the 30K, and then we can build good structure into the 2024 year and the blow off top after 2024. So that is BTC. Let's quickly look on the dollar index. Now this is a weekly close. We have now, did we close this candle? Yes, we closed the previous candle below the 50%. Not only that, the overall range, we are still below the 50%. So the chart is weaker for the dollar index, and we would expect the euro to do really well on the weakness of the dollar. So maybe more upside here, but we need to break above these breakout levels to really show that the market wants to go higher. Let's get to the total market cap and see how the weekly candles closed. We're well above the breakout point here, getting pretty in the extreme bought areas here. Very not really that overextended just yet, just pointing its head to the over the extreme bought areas. No bearish divergences really to speak of. On the worst case here, we come down and retest the breakout level and head higher. Still very early in the cycle. I mean, if we look at where we are currently at, the end of the first year of the accumulation phase, let's just plot that in. We're right about in this area here. So a slight pullback, a rally into the new year, and then the virus dump from there. And really, we only broke out, let's say, right over there, which would put us, that line would put us at the end of 2024. So this would be this area here. This line coincides with that line. So still a lot more room until we really broke out, right? The whole of 2024, if we look at the previous cycle, was practically just a sideways movement. And if we can put the bars pattern on there, it was literally just doing this, right? And we should press it down because we're not going to see those crazy gains, right? So practically something like this. And I mean, we didn't even break all-time highs by then. So a boring 2024, but this being the altcoins included, some of the altcoins will perform really well, and Bitcoin would definitely have a move above its 50% and starting to show maybe that it wants to defeat the all-time highs. Total 2 still closing below the breakout level. We've been rejected at this level, but in Wyckoff theory, this is called the sign of strength. You will wrestle with this area for a while and then break out. This is healthy. We need a little bit more time to move sideways. Let's not get overly exuberant just yet, otherwise we're going to have to come back and retest these breakout levels in the future. This is the total market cap 3. We are above the breakout level, finding support above it. There has been candle confirmations in here as well. Now again holding above the breakout level again. This is positive for the smaller cap altcoins because total 3 is the total market cap excluding BTC and ETH and stablecoins. Total 3, or the others, which are the coins below the top 10, showing the most strength of all of the crypto indices, above the breakout level now, finding the 236 fib level as resistance. So yeah, you can see here what I want to see. Let's not do these explosive moves just yet. Let's build a nice base, come down, retest it. It doesn't mean it can't blow off here. But if it does something crazy, it's going to have to come down and retest these levels anyway. So let's go over to the Binance coins that I have bought recently. I have a very strict strategy that I set my mind to, and I follow it to the T. That's the only way to really be profitable in crypto land. You need to have a strategy and you need to stick to it, like a robot, literally. So with that being said, we are here on NMR. Let's zoom out for you guys. We can see that this is a very cheap asset, right? We're not buying the top, we're not getting it in here. And in fact, the price went down 92%, right? So we're not buying the top, we're buying something that's literally on its floor. The next thing we look out for are indicators, and we look for bullish divergences, and we can see we have bullish divergences here on the chart. That tells us it's time to get interested in this coin, and it's now found its bottom. The next thing we look for is market structure, which are higher lows, which we now have. And although this coin hasn't broken out yet, like we do have a W down here and a breakout level, but then we just have to wait for it to get back to our reload zones. And if we pull up the fib tool here, we can see that we are inside of our reload zone, right? We've got higher lows, so all of the requirements have been fulfilled for this coin. And the last thing I did is I just simply did a volume analysis to see where most of the volume was traded on this asset on its base that it formed here. You can see this is an accumulation zone as we've been moving sideways in this area. Just moving sideways here and defending our lows. So you can see here at 13.55 where I got some of this coin. You can see the wicks into that level and it's now starting to take off again. This is still not too late for a granny to get some here, as we are inside of the overall reload zones. So that is NMR. I got some here. I have my profit taking strategy. It is in the link in the description down below, and you can also join the Telegram to see the coins that I buy, right? So NMR here, this is where we should be interested in these things. When everybody thinks that they're dead and they're never going to come back, this is the area where we should be interested. Next is for USDT. This is called 4Tube. The fundamentals really don't matter, but if you want to combine your fundamental analysis with your technicals, they're perfectly fine. So 4 over here, if we zoom out, we can see that we're not at the highs, right? We're well off the highs, and let's see how deep this went. This did 92% down from the upside. This is what altcoins do. We can see that a lot of volume is interested in this coin. And I don't think we really had bullish divergences. But anyway, this is a very, very flat coin. And so we have location, we don't really have bullish divergences as I'm looking at this now. But on other indicators like the RSI and of course the MACD, which is a little bit more sensitive and moves a little bit more faster than the on balance volume, would probably have some bullish divergences either way. These are higher lows that's been defended. And if we do our fib tool, we can see that we are inside of the reload zone. So then you can find maybe a moving average cross or bullish divergences on another indicator. But either way, I went ahead and got some of this coin. If we go ahead and do a volume analysis on this most recent range, we can see that my order got filled there at 0.0189. So I got some of this. I have my sell orders ready to sell when my targets get hit. All of that can be learned in the links in the description down below. So yeah, go sign up for Binance. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. It's pretty much in the hands of the powers that be currently. It is very important that you do not store all of your crypto on a centralized exchange. Centralized exchanges do have inherent third-party risk. Most of your coins should be in cold storage. That's why you should go ahead and get a hardware wallet. Link in the description down below. Just get it for now. You don't have to use it, but start learning how to use these things, right? So TKO here, Tokyo Crypto seems like it's a launch pad. You can see we're well off the highs. A lot of volume is getting coming into this coin. I'm pretty sure we'll have bullish divergences on other indicators. If we can go ahead here, so we do have bullish divergences here. As price went lower, yet the volume increased. A beautiful little W here that hasn't been confirmed or hasn't broken out yet. So for this coin, we would need to wait for this to get to the 61.8. You can see the wick that came into it. I will get some more when it gets down to the 0.2228 level. That's where I would have another order. So already have one order full in this. The granny does not mind if this coin stays underwater for a while because she's managed her risk. That's just a fancy way of saying she put a very small percentage of her coin of her overall portfolio on this exchange, on this coin. All of that can be learned in my ebook, right? So that's TKO. I got some here and I'll be holding it until my profit areas gets hit. And then when it pulls back again, wherever this stops out, I can then go ahead and get more when it gets down here. Next is, and the last one for this episode is Chromia, CHR. This is a layer 1 coin. Let's go over to the weekly. Let's zoom out. Like, these are the charts that should get you really, really excited. You can see a massive blow off top, right? And now we've returned all the way to the mean, to the previous breakout levels back here. So we can see a lot of volume still interested in this coin. It's not going anywhere just yet. We do have bullish divergences down here as price is going lower. We have location, so all of our rules are fulfilled. We have a nice little W that has broken out and confirmed. We can actually see where I got this coin. So I bought some at 0.108. So this level right here, that was the breakout level. This area right here. I got some and it's up now quite a few percentage points already. It looks like 20 to 30% up already. So up 20%. You can see this has already left. That is why you need to get on the Telegram to see when I buy these things. So yeah, I mean, what's the chance that this cannot give you a few doubles, as the price is way off its highs? I mean, really, your strong resistance only comes in here. This is called the short location. That is where shorters will start to step in. Your first fib level is all the way at 40 cents, which is about a 10x away or a 4x away from where we are currently at. So lots of upside on this coin. This is what we should be looking out for the upcoming bull market, and we'll hold it all the way through the bull market, taking our profits, rebuying our assets when they come down to our reload zones, etc., etc. This is how you compound with the granny style of investing. And you won't get wrecked trading the altcoins like this, because you're risking very small percentages and you're participating in all of the cool coins, and you have chances of getting those next narrative coins that will do exceptional things in the upcoming bull market. So with that being said, please click the like button, subscribe to my videos, do read the disclaimers, and check out the links in the description down below. With that being said, thank you for watching this video. Always play from a position of strength. Do not get wrecked. I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers for now, and bye-bye.